all right. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I know you guys have seen this video. At this point in time, as at the time of this video, let's see. I'm on YouTube right now. 415,000 views. Yeah, that one right there. 415,000 views, man. That is amazing. That is amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Oh God. As at the time of the video, I just wanted to post that section and it kind of went viral. I just couldn't believe it, honestly. But in the comment section, a lot of people have been asking me, oh, break it down, break it down. It's like, it's just a simple pentatonic scale. But you've asked me to break it down. So I'm not only going to break down that video, I'm also going to give you how you can play pentatonic scale on a whole 12 keys. All right. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun video. Grab your coffee, grab your pen, grab your keyboard, grab everything you can grab. All right. So we're in Logic right now. I'm recording my screen right now in Logic. I'm recording my screen. I'm recording myself. I'm recording my keyboard angle. I'm recording Cordy app. I'm recording a bunch of things. So, you're going to see all the angles and I'm going to show you everything. So let's start from that video. Let's go back to that video right here.
Let me do that verse again. Let me do that verse again.
So we're in the key of A, all right? So watch this. We're in the key of A, right?
I'll praise when I feel it. Praise when I don't. I'll praise 'cause I know you're still in control. Come on.
All right, all right. I mean, look at her face. A lot of people said I threw her off. That was not the intention, Anatolia. I'm so sorry. All credit to you for your incredible hearing that moment. A lot of people just ignore that. A lot of artists probably don't hear that. Some do hear it. They just kind of burn. I think your reaction actually is the reason why the video blew up. All right. So thank you. Shout out to Anatolia for those incredible hears. If you don't know her, go check her out. She's an incredible singer. But let's get back to this video and let's see what we did right at this moment. Right here. Right here.
You're still in control. Come on.
Before we actually start breaking it down, one thing I want to point out to you guys is you got to figure out the right moment to actually put riffs, all right? Because you can play riffs doesn't mean you should put it everywhere. So when we say, I praise was known, you're still in control, there's a space before the next. Sorry, I don't know the lyrics. I do know a little bit of it. But there's a space in between the you're still in control. And then there's a gap, right? That gap is what I was just filling up with something. So make sure you find the right gap, find the right moment. Because you don't want to kind of just be overplaying along with when she's singing or when the artist is singing, the melody and all of those kind of stuff, right? You want to, as much as possible, you want to find the right spacing and placement and spacing. It's really important in music, so you want to make sure you're looking for the right space. So we have that space right there and we want to fill it up with a pentatonic scale in the key of A. So I'm going to start. So what did we do? We did simple pentatonic scale, but we started on the second interval, right? So this is our major scale on A. All right, I'm going to go to my piano harp right here. Let's go here. All right. Let's do this one. So we are gonna go here. We are on the key of A, right? And we're gonna go major scale is all right. We know that, but our pentatonic is just 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. So what did we do? We did we started on the second for the particular riff. We started on we ended on the 3. So we went a whole 2 octaves when we were doing that pentatonic. We went from here, we started from here. That last two was not there. So let me do that again without the sustain pedal, right? All right, so I'll do it slowly. All right. So if I go back to my hand right here, so that you can see my hand properly, I'm using my thumb. I'm starting with, if you start with your A, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 3. You can start with this. If you are kind of lazy like I am sometimes, instead of me starting with, since I know I'm starting on the 2 and I'm not starting on the 1, I could just start with the thumb. Right? All right. So let's break it down very slowly, because we don't just go from this octave all the way to, and add 2 octaves to it and then play it very fast. It's not something you just start from, day one, just like that. So how do we get there? Let's start slowly. Let's go back to the basics. Pentatonic scale. All right. Let's use the key. Let's stay on the key that we are right now, and then we go on all of the other keys as well. So now on the key of A, we already know this is it. Right? 1, 2, 3, pa, 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 da, 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 da. So our fingering, we start with this. I'm starting with my thumb, right? I'm starting with my thumb. I'm starting with this, this. These are the guys that are going to be doing many of the work, all right? Sometimes I'll bring in these 2 other guys, right? My 4 and 5, I'll bring them in every once in a while. But you see these 3 guys, they are the ones that are going to be doing most of the work on my pentatonic scale every time. So if we come back here right now, we got this. I'm gonna go. So let's take it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first step. And then we had the 1 as well, which is the 8, the 1 octave. We had it to it. If I want to do just that, I could do that. Or I could use just this and this when I get here, or I could use this. It depends on what is kind of just convenient for you, right? And a quick disclaimer, all right? This fingering is not necessarily like I learned them from a particular book or something. I just practiced them and this fingering stayed with me. So there are some times that it changes depending on what key we are in, all right? So let's go back here and, we say, so we got, all right, that's step 2. Remember step 1, which is the pentatonic itself. All right, pentatonic itself. And then we go. All right, so practice those 2 steps, and then we take it up. When we come here now, let me go back to my finger so that you see properly. So you see that? 1, 2, 3, bring this thumb under, right? And then bring it under again, right? Under, 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 under. You see that? You see that? That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And you keep going. All right? And now let's do the descending. Hopefully you got that. We don't want to stay on these too long. So you got to stop the video, practice each key. And now let's do the descendings. Let's say we are here right now. Want to go back. You see that? Over, 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 over. First one ascending, we're taking this thumb under. When we're coming back, we're bringing this middle finger right here over, right? We're bringing it over. Right? 1, 2, 3, under, under, under. And then when we're coming back, over, 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 over. You see that? You see when I'm coming back, I was also using, you could use this depending on what's convenient for you, right? Sometimes I tend to use this middle finger when I get to the 6 because so that it kind of give me more room to play. All right. So, and then you practice this over and over and over again, and then you will be able to achieve that run that we just did. But instead of starting from we started on the 2 because of the space that I had and where I wanted to land. Was I thinking about it? Was I thinking of how far I want to go? How far I would go on my ascending and descending, kind of depending on the beat, the tempo. Sometimes from what you're hearing will determine where you want to stop, right? You could stop here instead of coming all the way down here, right? When I started on the 2, remember? All right, so that was what we did. Let's go back to this, right? So you got it, right? Under, okay? Remember, always remember that. Under, all right? Under, right? Under, under, and then you go over, right? Over, 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 over. And that's how you run it on the key of A. All right, so now let's do from C, and then we kind of do our typical, what do we call it? Typical circle of 4th. All right, so let's go to C. So on the key of C, very simple. All right, the same concept, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Under, right? Pentatonic. That's our pentatonic. That's step 1. And then let's add the 1 octave to it, right? The 8, right? I'm only going to do this way if I know I only want to just do, right? If I just want to do and then go all the way down. But if I know I want to go up, I'm not going to do and end it with this. I'm not going to end it that way, right? I'm going to go up, all right, under, and then under, and then under, right? Just like the way we did in A, right? And then you do it slowly until you get it. And then you do over as well. Now let's go to this. All right. All right, and then you go, if you want to go back and forth now, then you go. Over, under, over, under. And then when you want to do it, then you can have sustain pedal to it. Right? Now you can start on any degree that you want. You can start on the 3. But mind you, your fingering might change a little bit when you're starting on a different interval, right? If you're starting on the 1, if you're starting on the 2, if you're starting on the 3, right? You might have to change your fingering, or you might have to change what you want to play completely, right? And then sometimes I'm actually interchanging so that you see my fingers. I'm actually interchanging the way I am approaching it. Sometimes I do. I'm actually doing. Right? Sometimes when I do that, I'm actually trying to reposition my fingers a little bit. Like I don't want to get stuck at any point in time. So that's another way to kind of like reposition your hand a little bit, if that makes sense, right? You can reposition your hand every now and then as you're running this pentatonic, right? If I go back here, if I want to do, I'm repositioning this thumb right here. All right. So I hope that you got that on C. Let's go to F. Again, on F, very, very simple, very, very similar. We got this. All right. Same way we did it on C. All right. Started with step 1. Step 2, add the 1 to it. And then step 3, we want to take it all the way up. Right? Right? Oh. Okay. All right. That's it on F. Very simple. Let's go to B flat. So when we go to B flat right here, let me jump back here. We got, that's our pentatonic, right? Okay. B flat pentatonic. But we want to do our run and we're going to kind of like arpeggiate it as well, right? So we started from this. You can start from this middle finger. You can start with your middle finger right there, and you can start with this, right? You see that? And then thumb, and then this finger right there, the forefinger right there, and then you go, right? So step 1, let's do step 1. You could do that, or you could do this. Depending on what is most convenient for you, you can start with forefinger, or you can start with this. All right, so we got it. Step 1, let's go to step 2. Now, step 2, we got to move and we got to go under, right? All right, we're already under when we started. And then we go under, and then we go under, right? All right, so when we want to combine them together, right? All right. When you're coming back, right? Right? This finger right there. And then I'm going with my forefinger here so that I can have my thumb here. And then right there. You see that? Watch out. All right. And you could do the arpeggio as well. I believe I've done this video about arpeggio at some point in the past. Go check out the video. Okay, so we got B flat, right? right? Like I said, you can start with your, depending on what's most convenient for you. I don't want to advise which one. Just try it out and see what is most best for you. All right, let's go to the next one, E flat. Okay. All right, this video is not about arpeggio. So let's go here. So let's start from level 1. Level 1, I'm going to start with my middle finger again right here, and I'm going to go. All right. Step 1. Step 2. And the step 2, want to go all the way to the 1 here. So you see, I still ended with this, so I could go. All right, so we got that. Step 1, step 2. All right, step 3. Right, and then we go all the way down, back and forth. All right, we got it. So that same scale that we did, we started on the second interval with that Anatorius video. We could do the same thing here, right? All right, we ended on the 3. See, now when I got here, but because I knew I was going to end on this 3, right? I used this. I praise when I'm sure, and praise when I'm doubting. Praise when I'm as long as I'm living, I've got a reason to. Same concept, but now we started on the because I was pray do la da, right? All right, so I've got a reason to, right? I've got no reason to. You see that? Right? Depending on what your tempo is, the tempo will kind of determine how fast you really can go. I've got the reason to. Right? Depending on how the tempo is going, I might have to do only just one octave. All right. So again, depending on how the song is going, depending on the tempo you're in, depending on the mood, the vibe, you might have to change things up. All right, let's go on to A flat. All right, so A flat right here. Let's start with level 1. Level 1 right here, my 4-finger. I'm starting with my 4-finger right here on the 1. Level 1, under, right? Level 1. Level 2. You see that? That's level 2 right there. Level 3, we want to take it up. when you keep doing that, you'll be able to get faster at that. I praise when I'm sure, praise when I do. Alright? Very simple. The more you do it. Alright. I got that on A flat. Please, if it's kind of fast, slow the video down in YouTube. Use the slow down button. Use the speed function. Slow it all the way down. Let's go to C sharp. Now, this is where the trick is. C sharp is one funny key when it gets to the fingering for a pentatonic scale. I don't know why. I have not even been able to kind of like figure it out perfectly the way I would have really loved to. I'm telling you the truth. For a fact, I don't know what it is with C sharp. So you see now, let's go back to my fingers right here. What do we have? This is it. This is it right here. You see where the challenge is? When we want to play our major scale in C sharp, right here, we started with this, my fingering. This is how I know how to play my major scale in the key of C sharp. I start with my forefinger right here. You see, the moment I'm able to take this thumb under and reposition my finger so that I can continue with this. So the movement of my thumb being able to play this seventh interval is really, really vital to my success of coming back here and being able to progress. All right. So if I cannot play this note, I'm actually kind of stuck. If I can play this note, this note right here, if I can play this note, I'm almost kind of stuck in a way. I have to be able to play this C, and I have to be able to use my thumb to play this C. But when in my pentatonic scale, this C, which is the seventh interval, it's not there. If I had this C, right? This is my pentatonic. If I had this C, you see that? It's no longer pentatonic. Pentatonic, no longer pentatonic. So what do we do? The answer? I don't know. So, our first step is our second step is supposed to go up from there, right? Now it becomes funky, it becomes funny, and I just don't like it. So what do I really typically do on C sharp? I just do my descending scale most of the time. I kind of just do descending scale, not a lot of ascending. Ascending, just one octave like this, and then I go down most of the time. And then I do that thing where I tell you that sometimes I kind of just reposition the note, so that I can kind of balance my fingers, right? So let's break it down how I typically like run things on C sharp like this. Right? You can be successful a little bit if you're not trying to be super fast. And if you practice it quite well, you might also be successful. I just haven't had the time to master that particular key with it. So you could do this. That's the average speed that you're not kind of going crazy. So if I'm not trying to go super crazy, I can still do that. So you see that? And then you go. Right? I don't like it, but I have to. All right, so now we got that. So I hope that kind of makes sense, right? because it's kind of not uniform. It's not the same way you go up that you're coming back down. Right? Right? It's funky if you try different methods. So just work on which is best for you. So most of the time, like I said, if it is an average speed, I can just do right. So descending is not a problem. So I'm gonna show you that. You can start with this. You can start with your pinky or this one right here. Right, thumb on this. Uh, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so you could do that, and you should be fine. Let's go to F sharp. F sharp is every black key is your pentatonic in the key of F sharp, right? F sharp pentatonic. You could pretty much do this, and you're actually running a pentatonic scale on F sharp, right? But let's try and do our scale on it the way we do it, and we just go. We do our first step. Right, I've started with the thumb. You could start with this. But I like, for the sake of the pentatonic, I just like to maybe start on the thumb instead. If I'm doing my major scale, I start right here. But for the sake of the pentatonic, right, so for step 1, practice that. Step 2, all right, or you could do, if you know you're not going up, be careful with F sharp. It can kind of make your fingers feel wonky sometimes. If you need to take it slow for a long time, do that as well. And then we go to step 3. All right. All right. That's the way you do it on C sharp, on F sharp rather. Ah. You could do this too. See that? I'm just gracing this. If I go to this view so that you can see the notes I'm hitting, right? All right. All right, so that's kind of like how I play it on F sharp. Let's go to B, the key of B. All right, I'll go pentatonic, step 1, right? Step 1. So this is one of those keys that can be funny sometimes to play. And let's see how we approach this one. You see that? Because I need my hand to pivot with the same way I describe C sharp. This one is also like that, because I need my hand, my thumb, to pivot right down here, typically when we are playing B major scale, right? But I need my hand to pivot. So if my hand can pivot because I can play this note and I can play this note, right? So you gotta do, and then you quickly go on. So let's go now, step 1. That's step 1. Do that, step 2, right? How you could do, if you know you're not moving on. I was trying to imagine what if when I come back like this, can I go up like that as well? It just feels wonky to me. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right for my fingers. And if it feels right for you, I don't know how I'm gonna play that. So I've devoted to doing all right. I hope that makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Da, da. All right, let's go on to E. We are already at 30 something minute. All right. E right here. E is also an easy one, very similar to the other key like A that we did before, right? So let's start with level 1. Level 2. If I know I'm not going, or if I know I'm going, right? Under, over, right? Over. And then level 3. One, two, three. Da, 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 da. See that finger? Under, right? And then over. And then you combine it together. All right, without the sustain pedal. All right. And then with the sustain. All right, that's E. Very quick one. We've done A already, so I'm gonna skip that. Let's go to D now. D, very similar to what we did on E right now. So we got, right, level 1, level 2, level 2, if I know I'm going, or level 3, right, 1. Right, you gotta 1, 2, 3, under. All right, so that is D right there, right? Again, like just do this over and again, right? The more you do it, the more you get comfortable with them. Every now and then I get to just spend time practicing them as well. Every now and then, if I don't just want to do like finger warm-ups, you could also use this as finger warm-ups too. All right, let's go to G. G is also very similar to C and F, right? We got level 1, level 1 again. Level 2, level 3, right? Depending on how far you want to go. You can kind of do different variation depending on how you're feeling, man. All still pentatonic, right? I can show you this. That's it. That's it. And then it goes back again. All right. Okay. I was just doing that on F. All right, let's go to the key of what next? That's C. We've done C already. All right. So, guys, this is all of that pentatonic scale, man. I hope you've learned something in this video. I hope I have not skipped any of them, any key. I think we've done all the keys. So let me know in the comment section if this was very useful, if you've been waiting for this breakdown, and I'll be glad to try and do more and more breakdown stuff as time permit. I hope you enjoy this. Please like, comment, share. This will mean a lot to me. It will mean a lot to me. So I really appreciate all your support. And this video is already long enough. I don't think I should take any more of your time. All right. Let me know if you really enjoy this and if this was really and super clear. If I was too fast, please slow it down. Use the YouTube slow down speed function and reduce the speed a little bit and practice it. When you practice it as well, don't just try to watch the finger. Also, you to try to practice it. If you practice it, your fingers will actually begin to adjust to those things and your muscles will start memorizing those things. The more you do it, the more you'll be able to pull it off live, like we did right here. Before I go, please, if you have not checked out my song Momore, I need you to go stream that song right now. Please go stream my new song Momore. The link is in the description. It's a really great song of Thanksgiving. So go grab yourself a copy on all digital platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube. It's in there. Go check it out. Check your boy out. Give your boy support. Really appreciate that. All right, now let's close it out. Bye-bye. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video that you just watched, but before you go, please, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any video from the channel. Like this video and also drop a comment. Tell us your thoughts about this video. And one more thing just before you go, we have other videos we think you're gonna love right here, so just click this link right here right now.